To the first half with the score West Germany 5, Iceland 5. Iceland in blue, playing from right to left. I'm joined in the commentary box by Paul Bray, one of Britain's leading handball experts. Paul, for those not too well versed in the world of handball, could you explain what is meant by the B World Championships?
Well, the B World Championships are in fact the qualifying event for the A World Championships, the big event that will take place in 1990 in Czechoslovakia. And this is a very important World Championship indeed, with the top 6 teams in these championships going up into Group A.
It's been a pretty physical match so far. Handball meant to be a non-contact sport, but it's not quite the case. You can see that.
Precisely, it's a very physical match indeed so far, with both teams playing 3-2-1 defence, a very aggressive, very advanced defence, and both teams playing very hard indeed to break through that defence. It takes a lot of running off the ball, it takes a lot of physical contact to get through that defence.
And that's Gudmundur Kowalczyk from Iceland, struck in the face there. Now, a lot of people would have thought, if you don't know handball, that West Germany would be the favourites here, but that's not the case. And there's a good illustration why. Fine left-handed shot there from the good of Svensson, and Iceland call a powerful nation.
Indeed they are. Handball is a very big sport in Iceland, and Iceland by no means a small nation on the handball front. And in fact this match I'm sure will be very evenly balanced. The teams are really much of a muchness.
Right, 7 aside, but unlimited substitution. You can see the Icelanders putting in substitutes there.
That's right, yes. Unlimited substitutions throughout the game. But as we join the game here, you can see the Icelanders have only just gone back to 6 players, and West Germany still, in fact, just coming back with 1 player short, having suffered a 2-minute sending off for an earlier foul. It has been a very physical game so far.
Right, they're allowed 2 lots. Each player's allowed 2 lots of 2-minute suspensions, and then after that he is sent off for the rest of the game.
That's right. You can't get a third 2-minute suspension. The third one is automatically a red card. Although your team can, if you are the player sent off, replace you after 2 minutes.
And you can see there again the physical side of the match here. Martin Schwal being brought to the ground there. But back comes Germany, 6-5 down. Foul again. And no way through. Foul. Referee only Tancrez, one of the 2 French referees here. They've been pretty stern throughout the match so far.
They certainly have, yes. It started on a very high pitch with very, very early 2 minutes sending off. Very little warning to the players. And you can see that the tone really has been set, as Iceland are yet again 1 player short. But the West Germans now back to full strength.
They're finding it very difficult to penetrate at the moment.
Absolutely. That's solid defence there. This kind of 3-2-1 defence really is, it's one of the most advanced and the most intensive defences you can have. It's almost an offence in itself.
Bursting through, and at last they break through, and the scorer Jochen Fart levels it up, 6 apiece. But they had to work for ages to get that opening.
Well, Iceland now will be looking for a long attack. They're 1 player short. They don't want to rush this attack now. They are opting to play 5 players at the back, no one on the line.
Well, the referee can call them for time wasting.
There we go. Moving in onto the line.
Interception. And here comes Lure. And it's Lure who puts West Germany into the lead. Jörg Lure. West Germany now 7-6 in front.
Jörg Lure, they're taking advantage of a poor back pass on a crossover. They snapped a good fast break.
And again the slow build-up. It's up to the referee's discretion as to time wasting.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Good block there.
And accept by Arason.
12.
Well, a very rash shot there by 12. He didn't really have to rush it. He hardly gave himself time to settle. And some of his teammates there looking a little disappointed. Well, we seem to have a bit of a problem at the table here. I'm not sure what the discussion is about. The Icelanders certainly look upset. And Bogdan Kowalczyk, the Icelandic coach there, he's in fact in Poland, looking very annoyed.
You can see some of the players.
I'm not sure what it's about.
It's good, Gunnarsson.
I can only think that if the table has pulled the referees over, it is to do with a faulty substitution. Yes, it does look like that is the case. I think that the table feels that maybe the player who was sent off earlier on, in fact, went on before his 2-minute suspension was up. And the player is showing the seat he was given with the 2-minute time on it, and claiming that in fact he went on at just the time they gave him. And of course, if he is found guilty of going on early, he could in fact be sent off for another 2 minutes.
Matteson there still complaining, and Gunnarsson had to be led away, otherwise he'd have been joining him with further suspension. Still the Icelanders protest.
Well, it appears that the referees have decided that in fact the substitution was fair and that it wasn't early at all. So play starts again.
With Germany leading 7-6. And the crowd here in Strasbourg really looking forward to one of the most eagerly awaited matches in the competition so far. Both of them in mid-table, both of them with strong records and in fine form at the moment.
Well, absolutely very important game for both these teams. I am quite sure that this could very well prove to be a deciding game at the end of the day, to decide at the very least which team goes up to the A World Championship.
Back on the Icelanders again. And a terrific save there. The shot from Gunnarsson, the save from Thiel. And marvellous reflexes he showed there.
Absolutely. Thiel, one of the very best goalkeepers in the world, a very big name in handball. The West Germans finding difficulty getting through the Icelandic defence. It's very aggressive. 3-1 defence.
And Clem
cutting the wings at the same time.
Then again, 12. Again, no way through. Clem. But in the end, no way through. And the Icelanders rock solid in defence.
Absolutely, very good depth indeed with the Icelandic defence. The Germans really are quite unable to get into that 9-metre area. They keep them well clear. Arason there, holding on the line.
And the Germans, you can see the frustration beginning to mount.
And the West Germans running their wings in on the line. Penalty.
And Thorvaldsson showing his disgust at the decision. But the referees holding firm. And here, Martin Schwalb. 10 minutes to go to half-time. And Schwalb increases the lead. 8-6 now to West Germany. The Icelanders have got to get something going in attack, showing a lot of strength in defence. Need some imagination here.
And another penalty. Of the Icelanders finding the way through the West German 3-1 defence is not to try and shoot from a distance. They can't get close enough for that, but finding the line player right on the 6 meters. And they've been doing this a lot throughout this game, and it's been a series of some penalties.
And Geir Svensson reduces the arrears to just one. Off comes to Sigurður Svensson. And back come the Germans. Again, this patient build-up. And often final shot coming in on the third or even fourth wave of attack.
Well, the West Germans driving straight at the point of the 3-2-1 defence to try and flatten it, but the Icelandic defence just is not breaking at all, and is keeping it stepped all the time.
And that was Nitzel trying to find a way through.
But taking too many steps in the process.
Gislason. Again.
And it's another penalty. It's exactly the same thing. The Icelanders are playing very much to their line play. They can see that that's the way to get through this West German defence. And yet again, they get another penalty.
Looks to be his trip as he's made his way through.
That's right, yes.
See, these players are astonishingly strong and fit.
You have to be. It's a long time to be out there, 1 hour, with these kinds of demands being made on you.
Stefan Hecker in the goal, but he can't stop the shot from Sigurður Svensson. And so Iceland level it up, 8 goals apiece. Will Hoffer over here. Schwalb. And that was Kati making the final onslaught.
And it's another penalty, with Kwarty being pushed as he was about to shoot.
So up comes Martin Schwalb. Goalkeeper moving forward. Quite a little dramatic confrontation there. Thorvaldsson doing all he can, but in the end not enough. West Germany lead 9-8, 5 minutes until half-time.
Well, noticeably the West Germans getting the success at the moment, mainly from the wings. They're having to move the ball around and play wide and try and get around the side of this 3-2-1 defence. They're certainly not getting through the middle of it. Was unlucky, an early whistle there.
So Gislason did all he could. What a confrontation between him and Thiel. But
well, he certainly appears to have been injured. I think he appeared to catch Thiel's foot in his back as he fell and rolled into the area. But a very nice windmill feint there to get past his defender.
back we are at 9 goals apiece. A lot of support here for both teams. Well, the Germans just crossed the French border about half an hour car ride away, but the Icelanders, a lot of support for them as well.
Absolutely, the Icelanders always have a lot of support with them. It's a sport that the nation as a whole enjoy very much.
And that was steps?
Exactly, steps again, yes.
But a good save again from Thiel. And goalkeeping in handball, the feet just as important, if not more important than the hands.
Absolutely, yes. Any part of the body counts there.
Thiel not being fooled by the fake.
Well, a nice build-up by the Icelanders there, but
that was Jochen Franz, who puts West Germany back in the lead. First Thiel saves them, then Franz with a fine shot there, moving, cutting inside, and West Germany now take the lead again. 2 minutes to go until the interval. So many of the conclusive attacks are being made from the wings.
Absolutely, yes. With the depth of this defence, 3-1 defence is a very aggressive defence. But of course, if it isn't mobile enough, you do tend to lose the width on it a bit, and that is what the Germans are trying to do. They're trying to exploit the wings, because up front the Icelandic defence is quite solid. There's plenty of depth, but very much the same for the West Germans. Any 3-1 defence will offer you that opportunity.
The sweat on the floor.
In fact, the Icelanders were earlier trying to avoid precisely that. They're not doing it at the moment, but they were actually trying to cut the wings out. So the wing defenders are actually going out and trying to prevent the back players from feeding the balls into the wing, but they're not doing that at the moment, and the West Germans are actually getting their successes now from the wings.
Everything for Iceland involving their number 7, Alfred Gislason. And that's the playmaker of the side. Again, no way through.
He took too many steps, unfortunately. This was a good build-up, but in the end he just came in too close and ran out of space to be able to get a good shot in.
Good defence from the Icelanders. Just 30 seconds to go to the end of the first half, and the Germans would dearly love to go in with a 2-goal cushion.
Well, the Icelanders realising there's not much time left, they're just putting up one defensive wall just to try and stop the last shot of the half.
Between West Germany and Iceland, and a cracking match it's turning out to be. West Germany leading 10-9. This is the start of the second half. Iceland in blue, West Germany on the attack here, and they've found cracking the Icelandic defence a real problem.
Absolutely, and Iceland starting as they finished with a 3-2-1 defence, but cutting the wing this time, trying to prevent the success that the West German wingers had in the first half.
Thiel, who's made a massive contribution. Sorry, Thorvaldsen, who's made a massive contribution in the first half.
Holding, and that's a 9-metre. The Icelanders trying to break the West German defence by switching very quickly to 4-2 in attack. with one of their back players running straight to the line and taking up a second line position. Of course, 4-2 attack, one of the most effective.
Oh, that's a wonderful save again. This man, Thiel, having a tremendous match. Both goalkeepers been in fine form. Thiel regarded as one of the best players in the world.
Yes, I was saying a 4-2 attack is ideal against a 3-2-1 defence.
Thorvaldsen doing his stuff. The other end. Quick breakaway here. And chopped down.
Well, it's a very bad foul. They're taken around the neck. And that's 2 minutes, and West Germany reduced yet again to 5 men. Can the Icelanders take advantage of this now?
And this is a crucial period in the match then.
And a penalty with Grimson being pushed in the act of shooting. Thiel very unlucky there, clipping it with his shoe.
It's good at Svensson. Levels it up. 10 goals apiece. That's how he did it. But the West Germans will be expecting this down to 5 men. But some inconsistency there in the Icelandic defence.
Absolutely not picking up Ulrik Roth at all. That is always the danger with when you're playing 3-2-1 defence, in fact any kind of aggressive defence, that you get yourself caught out too far away from the 6-metre line.
Gislason, not too many steps.
He appeared to be pushed before the steps. The referee giving him the 9-metre.
Tenacious defence. Just wide from Christian Arason. Each half, just 3 minutes into this second half. 1 goal in it. West Germany leading Iceland 11-10. Again, this patient build-up. Really not patient enough.
Well, they were lucky to get away with it there. A lucky bounce. Heavy
bumping and boring, just away from the area.
Well, the West Germans still appear to be trying to force the centre of the Icelandic defence.
And that's off the post, just wide. So the Icelanders given a reprieve there. Iceland trailing 10-11. They'll be back with us in just into the second half, 15 minutes to go. And Iceland has really picked it up. He left it 11-10 was the West German lead, but we've had 3 goals in a row for Iceland, and they've turned it around, and they've looked mighty strong.
They certainly have, and their defence, I think, is the telling factor. The West Germans really are not getting to grips with the Icelandic defence, and it really is turning the game for Iceland.
And they look as if they've run out of ideas here. Another great block. And that time it was Nitzel who held them at bay. Back they come again, but they're looking in dire need of inspiration. Nitzel again, and away he goes to the floor. Allison with him.
Arason will have to be careful. He's already got 2 minutes to his name.
Again, the build-up to the centre. And they're trying to switch it to the wings. But that was Jochen Fraat.
But it was no goal.
But that was. And what a turnaround. Fraat disallowed, but Gislason is given the goal, and it's now 14-11 to Iceland. And the West Germans will keep plugging away now. But it's more in hope than optimism. No way through the last 5 or 6 minutes. Everything been negated.
The Germans 4-2 now in attack.
But a foul looks like on Gislason, is it?
That's right, Gislason going off.
And from Hedden Gilson.
Gilson, who's been used a lot more in defence than in attack so far. We've been switching him a lot with Gunnarsson for the attack. Larason once again in the thick of it there in defence.
Off the post it was again.
The Icelanders will be relieved to get the ball back. There's one player down, so they've got to make these attacks as long as possible.
Schwab was hitting the post and then going off to be substituted. And then this slow build-up from the Icelanders.
Well, I'm surprised the West Germans not taking a more aggressive stance in defence, really, to try and get the ball back. They're one player extra. In fact, well, there they go. They've just done it. They're now playing a 5-1 defence to try and disrupt the Icelandic build-up.
And the goal counts. Gudmundur Gudmundsson. And the advantage now 4. Under all sorts of pressure, somehow he squeezed his way through.
Well, I'm quite sure if he hadn't been able to get that shot in, it would have been a penalty.
Again, the bumping and boring and Ulrich Roth.
Well, this could be very bad news indeed for Arason. I believe this is his third 2-minute suspension, and that could spell a red card for him.
And that would mean no more part in the game for Christian Allison, the linchpin of the side.
That's right, a bad loss for the Icelandic team, just as they were controlling the game. But of course they will be allowed to replace him with someone else after 2 minutes.
He's the kind of player whose experience they need as they try and hold on now to this 4-goal cushion.
Well, the Germans will certainly want to take advantage of this. Iceland 4 only in defence. The Germans need to use full width now.
And that was much better shooting from Schwalbe. You can see him roaring on his countrymen now. He's down on 2 or 3 opportunities, but not here. Schwalbe bursting clear, given space, and Paul Radisson, no chance.
And Gislason comes back on again to put Iceland back with 5 players. But still, despite the deficit, West Germany not playing a very aggressive defence, not really trying to go out there and get the ball from the Icelanders. I'm surprised they haven't persisted with the 5-1 defence they started earlier. Maybe trying to take one of the players out, if they could maybe try and take out the left half as they were doing earlier. They certainly need to get the ball back. Time is very much on the Icelanders' side now.
It's beginning to fray, and you can see Jean Lelong, one of the most experienced referees from France there, with the grey hair. People to calm down a little. Midway through the second half. Iceland leading 15-12, and a defeat here for one of these 2 teams will knock them right out of contention.
Well, that's right. Whoever loses here is going to have a very tough task indeed. And they certainly won't be able to afford to lose any more games in this group if they want to have any chance of coming in the top 6.
And the format is that of these 6, they play a round robin of the team they didn't play in the preliminary round, and then the leaders of each group play in the final on Sunday.
Yes, it's a straight crossover at the end to play off the finals.
That's a fine goal. The good is Svensson. Again, coming from the wing, cutting in. And the 4-goal cushion restored. 16-12. Iceland lead. But quickly pushed back, and it's that man Schwalbe again. Very much the spearhead of the West German attack.
That's right, and they certainly needed that goal, having let one in when they had 1 extra man in defence. And Svensson coming on in attack now.
So Iceland scoring pretty rapidly, but now beginning to leak at their own end. And they need to hold more securely like they were at the beginning of the second half. Otherwise they could be in trouble again. Their way through there. Thiel saves.
Well, Kowalczyk nearly being caught out there with no one to pass to, but in the end the ball being smuggled round to Roth for that goal.
Read it again and again, the wing not being looked after by the Icelanders, and now their lead only 2.
Well, a wild pass there across the court, trying to find the other wing, but it goes straight to Kowalczyk again to launch the German attack.
Bang on the hand. Not a shooting hand. You can see a sporting contest. Despite the importance, despite the intensity of the action. Good to see. again, and Schwalbe makes a dramatic recovery. Again to the bench to exhort his compatriots. He really is proving the man of the match for Germany at the moment. Round 3 or 4 of them, and then right across the goal.
Well, Mathiasen there, coming across too late to help in defence. Well, another red card for the Icelanders, and this really is very bad news. But who's it been given to? It's another case of a third 2-minute suspension, and it looks like Gislason, and indeed it is. Well, Iceland have now lost Gislason as well as Arason, and they really are going to have to be made to work very hard to hang on to this game.
Gislason told to sit down, otherwise he's going to incur even greater wrath from the referees. But not a great moment for Iceland there. They've lost their 4-goal cushion. It's now just 1, and Gislason out of the game and will take no further part.
The Icelanders have plenty of experience. I'm sure that they'll be able to call on that to keep up the pressure.
Still, the Icelanders trying to find their way through. Svensson taking a knock in the face. The good of Svensson.
Well, that's Jörglor going off for 2 minutes. That'll even up the two teams, the 5 players on each side.
Yes. Svensson not too interested in shaking hands after being clobbered like that. So the numerical parity retained. Certainly seems okay now. And Iceland badly need a goal, and you can hear their supporters willing them on. Svensson finds his way through, and in it goes. Thiel very nearly pushed it wide, but didn't quite get enough onto it. So the 2-goal cushion restored, and here's how it happened. Fine goal, just got a touch on it. But Germany straight back in. Jochen Fratz that time. So it's West Germany 16, Iceland 17. Really building up into a strong finish. You'll be back with us in just a couple of minutes. And this intriguing World B Championship match between West Germany and Iceland. And since we last with it, Iceland have moved into a 2017 lead. They have a 3-goal advantage at the moment. Just 10 minutes to go, and West Germany trying everything they know now to get back on terms, but it's looking more and more unlikely.
Well, that's a penalty, and West German players there asking for the clock to be stopped. With every break in the game, every minute counts now.
Fratz. Pass to Thorvardason. And back we come to 18-20. Plenty of time for the Germans to get back and to go in front.
Well, the West Germans now switching. Their 5-1 defence. Still trying to cut the wings, though.
They don't have any problem with Svensson there. I can see he's totally left-handed, pushing him right all the time. There we go.
Now the West Germans flattening the defence again.
But there was room there for Svensson.
But it's no goal. As the whistle was blown just before he scored. And it would appear that there was a separate incident there involving Jörglor. He once again is sent off for 2 minutes.
But the Icelanders will be upset with that.
I'm quite sure they will be. They would have much rather had the goal, I'm sure.
Advantage not played. Here they come again. It's there. Sigurður Gunnarsson.
A tremendous jump shot there.
The gap closing now, but too late.
And again, Gunnarsson goes straight off after that goal. At the moment, well, as he has been for a lot of the game when you're playing an attack.
So much movement off the ball. Tremendous save again. That time it was Roth, and Thorvardarsson saves the day.
Well, those really are the chances you have got to put away. You have got to make them count. And if they're going to come back at the Icelanders, they cannot afford to miss shots from 6 meters like that.
Batted away. At this stage, with 3 goals to make up, the Germans can't afford to concede any more goals.
That's right. They have got to keep Iceland out now, but they have got to get to grips with this attack. Time is running out, and they must try and settle their attack. That's very difficult to do when you're 1 player short.
That time Thorvardarsson, who's rapidly becoming a hero here, saving from Jochen Pratt. About 4 minutes left.
West Germany back to 6.
And it's there. Sigurður Svensson, 22-18. Svensson looks up and sees just under 4 minutes left.
It was Fitzek that time.
That time Jochen Pratt reduces the arrears, now 19-22. I think the euphoria of scoring, and it looked like the game was locked up, made the Icelanders lose concentration. Taking their time now, waiting for the right time to make that final move. The Germans given it.
That's right, and it appears that they were taken up on steps.
No way through for Jochen Pratt. But what a save again from Thiel. Inspirational save, but surely it's too late. Just a couple of minutes left. And that's gone just wide. But I think tip wide.
That's right, and it's going to be a corner. And Jochen Pratt thought it might be a free throw, I think. No, it was.
And that time, Neitzel fouled on the way through.
He should maybe try and let the ball run a bit. He's trying to maybe take on too much himself. Oh, that's frustration now. That wasn't a very good shooting position.
And Thorvardarsson, very strong. And the Germans running out of time now. And surely that's it. Gudmundsson makes it 23-19 with about a minute left. And the Icelanders now able to celebrate. Thorvaldsson stops the first one, not the second. But with 3 goals to their advantage, surely they're home and dry now.
It's West Germany playing a 4-2 attack. Maybe a little late now, but they're trying man-to-man defense now. They must get the ball back. Picking up players individually.
Good save again from Thiel. But too little, too late.
Squati scoring the final goal.